So this video from Viyet biology, and we know that Viyet biology is the one of the major unit of Viyet art, and Viyet art is the major unit of Viyet, right? And its obligation to create the better art environment, how you can recycle all this thing and to manage better art for the future, right? So today this video will show various kind of deers, amazing deers you will see. So the first deer is Tibetan red. Tibetan red is the hill areas deer, mostly in mountain and the hill area of Tibet. You can see this deer. Obviously this deer present area where the ice and snow are there, right? Because it's a mountain deer, high hill deer. Then the deer, this is the mostly the deep forest deer, and deep forest of you know green trees. Okay, and this deer known as Barasingher deer. This deer you can see in Asian countries and mostly and the Barasingher deer. Okay, local deer. This is deer. This is also hill area and eastern valley river deer. This is the valley places river. This deer you can see in North American countries, mostly in the Canada, and its name is Barbary stag. Barbary stag deers. Why it's called stag? Because it makes a sound, and this deer is highly visible in this Canada. Then coming to the bowen. Bowen is a deer. Size is amazing first of all, and this deer is so silent, and look is amazing. The bowen deer. It is in Asian countries, mostly this part, and some places of American country. You can see African countries also. It is invisible in forest and also in many places. You can see the Calamian deer is size is quite big, and look is amazing. The body color is quite deep, not highly visible in the deep forest. And this deer is amazing because it is look quite specific, and also it can run very fast. This deer can run very fast. The very strong legs it has, very strong leg. The amazing and different kind of deer it is. This deer has outside teeth in its mouth, and that is quite different look. And it is a water deer because it is mostly you can visible into the water ponds or small water rivers. You can find this deer, and mostly eat all these things, greens, grasses near to rivers and ponds. So it is a Chinese water deer, highly amazing looking. Then the most common and the very beautiful deer, on the body there's a white spot. It look like diamonds. Obviously in the night time this can shine. It's called the cheetah, which is highly available in Asian most countries, and especially in India. This deer, I mean the Sundarban, is known for this deer. And the Royal Bengal tiger and these deers had a very strong relationship between the food and structures. Amazing cheetah deer in India. Again the mountain deer, the Canadian parts and North American, South American some part, also the highly mountain and the winter places mostly, and European countries also. You can see this deer is called the fallow deer. Fallow. Its deer look is amazing. The stacks is amazing, and color combination of deer is amazing. We are feeling that we are in many years ago BC we reach amazing deer. It is mountain deer. The reindeer is also very highly mountain deer with the place with the highly winter sessions areas. I mean, the pole, North Pole, you can see this kind of deers. I mean, this deer with highly winter places. So in the Canadian part, the highly winter times, totally covered by snow on these areas, there is quite visible. This is a winter deer, so obviously you can look this deer in the winter highly mountain areas. The same, and the color combination is amazing as well. The Podu deer is quite, the body is quite smooth. The hair is not so much like winter deer's. Body is very smooth. Its face is look like quite, mouse kind of teeth, and again it has also outside teeth in its mouth. Look is very different from others. And the Podu, southern Podu deer skin is quite amazing, like your mouse, rat. Okay, that kind of look is not good. The hog deer, and what is the difference between cheetah? Cheetah deer is quite, size is quite small, smaller than the hog deer. The size is quite big, very big. This deer is also cannot run so fast, but look is quite different, amazing looking. It is not so much, you can see this deer in areas. It is a very highly, you know, less number deer on that at that moment. The Indian hog deer in India, you can see in the many forests, many areas is available. Amazing deer ever, but unfortunately, this deer is no more exist on the earth. It's called the RS elk. This deer antler is amazing. It's a very big antler. It had, we can say, because now this deer is no more exist on the earth. We lost this deer because of our diversifications, and many of times people was killed this deer so much. The Irish elk is amazing antler, amazing, very big antler. Its sky is similar to his body. The Javan Rusa is normal deer, but different from other deers is that its ear is much more bigger. I mean, deers, every deers carry the bigger ears, but this deer's ear is much more bigger than compared to other deers, and the antlers in between from the face and the head. Okay, in one point, this from head, this antler comes. So this is different, and size is very big compared to normal. The male white-tailed, the tailed is white color, very small, okay, and beautiful. This deer is very beautiful. Again, the ear is much bigger, but its antler is color is white. It's combination of white and gray colors, and which is amazing. And this deer, even you can see in the mountain, even the forest, maximum time in mountains, in northern side of America, you can see this kind of deer. Okay, it's combination of white color. Then this deer identified by its face structure and antler. This antler is short but spread antler, big antler, but not long and height tall antler, and face is like a mouse. So it's called mosse. Obviously, it's a hairy deer, and this because this deer is in a highly northern side of America. I mean the highly winter times deer. So it's a very hairy kind of deer with the very big and straight and wide range antler on the head, and the mouth is like mouse. In the Thailand, the muntjac deer is very available, and this deer is amazing because from all the deer it has some different kind of antler. This antler is single antler, an amazing antler. On the antler, this deer carries skin also, which is amazing. So it is a quite unique antler deer and only available on the Thailand. This deer is quite look like a mouse color. Body is quite blackish type from the scalp, and called is nublar toothed. Again, this deer also has uh, different structures. Not don't have antlers so much big, but again the teeth outside its mouth, unique feature. The pygmy brocket deer is very small kind of deer. The pygmy brocket is brocket species, but size is small, so it is called the pygmy brocket. Available in many parts on the earth. Antler is not so big, even you cannot find antler. Also, small kind of small type, it is a brocket species deers. Not looking good, normal. Okay, normal, just normal deer it is. Again, it is a brocket, so don't its antler is also not so big. When it's a brocket species, deers don't carry so much big antlers. Their antler is defined by this their brocket or not, but it is a color is quite reddish, which is amazing. Really, it is reddish color. Skin is reddish, so from the very far away, if it is in deep forest, you cannot imagine, and especially with the red color trees, it's vanished kind of. This deer is also known as a red deer. It's not a brocket because the size is very big. Antler is amazing. Again, this deer is available on the mountain areas. The antlers is defined how much in mountain. Mostly the mountain deers has big antler, which is the identification of the deers who are belongs to mountain areas. Deep forest deers do not carry the big antler, while the mountain deers carry big antler. The roe deers carry different kind of tail. Tail color is totally white. Its tail is defined. It is a roe deer. It's a single antler functions on the head. This deer is look amazing. Also, size is quite big compared to the normal deers. Size is very big. It is also mountain deers with the highly individual, unique kind of antler, single antler on its head. The Siberian roe is the fast runner deer. Normally, roe and the Siberian roe deers do not has so much kind of differentiations in between these two kind of deers, but it can run so fast. So Siberian deers is in Siberian deers. Obviously, it can run very fast. In dry area, the skin is not so much hairy, normal, and obviously single antler it has also. Anchorite. It is something called very rare. It is only available in the Canadian part, North American part, but number is very few on that at that moment. Very unfortunate. This deer is looking very amazing. His face is quite amazing. Face is very sharp and eye is amazing. Look is very amazing, but unfortunately this deer is few number on the earth at that moment. Cheetal deers, I told that its body structure is quite different from the Vision spotted. Okay, so its body is totally covered by the white spotted. That is the difference between the cheetal. And cheetal's standing positions and the body structure is quite different from this. Look, maybe you can find the similarities, but both are it had a really different kind of body structure. You can differentiate by this pictures. This deer's faces look like bull, so it's called elk, and again it is a mountain deer. And the mountain peoples always like to kill this deer and they eat this mass, but this deer is also not so much, and a beautiful deer. It's only available in northern side of Americas. Okay, America, so it is not available on the every part on the earth. It's a very rare deer as well.